Hey guys, I didn't plan to put up a video this quickly after the last one, but something happened so I had to do it. And I was driving in my car and, I've always wanted this to happen, but first there was just a sound like bzzz, because I thought it was the engine because it's an old car, but it wasn't, it was God speaking directly to me, and I shouldn't be that surprised because I always wanted it to happen, but now he did. Maybe he was waiting for something, and he told me, like, you have this great ministry and there's so many people on YouTube that loves you and that listen to you, and you bring the word of God, me, because God said it to me, and but it's time to take your ministry to the next level. And I understood what he meant, and I was also like yeah, we should, you and me, like a team, God and me. And I was like, but we will need money to do that, to set up an office and stuff like this. And he was like, and this was actually God's idea, and he was like, but you have so many people who listen to you on YouTube, and like every day I have people sending me mails like about that I changed their lives, and they were bitter and atheist and they hate their lives. But then they spoke to me, and I taught them to to be in a relationship with Jesus, and that changed their lives. So he said, like, well, if you ask your ministry, like the people on YouTube that loves you, and they will just send you each $30, that's nothing, but still together with that you can start your ministry. And if this would be fake, if I was doing this for the money for myself, I wouldn't ask, well, God wouldn't ask for $30. He would say, I would say like $1,000, because it's much more money if I just wanted the money, but I don't. It's it's for the ministry, and God wanted only 30 per person. So, and I've started a company, and we have a company address here in Stockholm. The money you give to post office, they are, you should not give money to post office because they're all communists there. They hate Jesus, especially here in Sweden, in post office. They're communists, all of them. And once the money on this account reaches a certain amount, I promise you, like a good portion of this money will be used towards creating this ministry and making it flourish, and spread the love of Jesus. Because I think this city, Stockholm, needs Jesus more than many other cities, because it has really lost the connection with the faith. And I mean, we need to spread the word, that the good news that Jesus has died for you, and how many people do you know that has died for you and also come back from the grave? Nobody. That's who. Nobody but the body of Jesus Christ, the King of Nazareth, the Prince of Peace. And I mean, in this place, you never hear people, in the parliament or in the courtrooms, to use God or a Bible verse as a good argument, as a good solid argument in discussions. And it's really a shame, because if you do, you win all the time, because if you have God on your side, which white rich people normally have all the time, you don't have to worry so much about the facts, because God cannot be wrong. He invented wrong, so he knows the difference between right and wrong. So if you have him on your side, you're kind of home free. And there is some judges, for example, especially in Sweden, that pretend that they don't hear God's voice in their head. So these people, you might have to convince them, and this is why some of the money that you will send will be maybe used to buy weapons, for example, to convince judges to not pretend to not hear voices in their head. And but I know what you're thinking, but this is all within the legal system of God. When you have God on your side, if you read the Bible, it's completely okay. Speaking about this money, we might need to invest some stuff in the ministry. Like, we need a new car, because my old car is very old, to better promote faith in this country, because I'm kind of starting from zero here. There's not much people like me that knows God's character and speak to him. So sometimes I feel a bit lonely, but I still have my online ministry, and I know that you love me and respect me highly, and this is, and of course God also does it, because he told me, but you are also important, and like in some investment has to be done, in national investment, like I have to, for example, get a haircut because to better represent and spread the love of Jesus, you know. I mean, I cannot waste my time on a day job because I have, you know, the gift of divine connection. So I'm working with God, you know, and sadly, because this is Sweden, the government does not pay me salary to do that, but we will change that in a couple of months. But right now they don't pay me for working, you know, with God. But you don't have this connection with God that I have, direct connection, you know. He loves you also, but it's a bit different, you know. And because He speaks through me, through my car, you know. I can hear His voice. And this is why you should have a normal job, and you should send normal money to me so I can keep up this ministry and, you know, do all the important projects that, you know, we want to do. And I think this ministry of truth can benefit society in many ways, because, and I send a link to this video to the Swedish Minister of Finance, and I'm pretty sure he will change his mind when he sees this. Because, you know, people, when they go to hell, which sinners are, they cannot pay taxes. And if you don't have tax income, how will you fund all these projects like divinely sanctioned wars, for example, that needs to be done, but costs still a lot of money? So you want people to stay out of hell, because, you know, if they are tortured all the time, it's very hard to work. And if you don't work, you cannot pay taxes. So, you know, it's a basic, like in economy, this is called like a bad circle, and we need to avoid it, so we have a lot of money to use all the projects we want to do, because going to work is hard enough, but if you're tortured at the same time, like, it's too much, you know. So we need to keep people out of hell, to keep tax income up. Maybe if you send the money really quickly, like within a week, I can guarantee you then you will be blessed by the presence of the Holy Spirit. And that's like a good thing. So send the money quickly and we get this started, and I will keep you updated on how things work, and you know, with the car and haircut and stuff. And yeah, this is like, it's really, this is it. This is the changing point of Christianity in history. Like, now it will be so great.